Hello, I'm Abigail, your host for today. Welcome to another episode of CapTV. Tonight is about small businesses. These local shops, restaurants, and services are the heartbeat of our communities, and we're excited to showcase some incredible entrepreneurs who are making differences in our lives. Let's dive in right after the break.
Hey Cap fam, what's good? You know what is good? The Cap Cupboard. Located in the basement of the Student Union, the Cap Cupboard is your top location on campus that provides students in need with any free groceries they could want. Snacks, drinks, meals, toiletries, school supplies, you name it. The Cap Cupboard has what you need. Open Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 and 6 to 8 or by appointment. Just contact the Office of Student and Community Engagement if you have questions.
My name is Nash. I'm a mini lop rabbit. Some of my favorite activities include general mischief, knocking things over, and being a ladies' man. Aside from all that though, I also happen to be an emotional support animal. It's a pretty easy gig. All I do is be my normal, adorable self, and it makes her college life so much easier. If you want an emotional support animal like me and you go to Capitol, contact Accessibility Services today and they can point you in the right direction. This has been an ESA PSA.
I just wanna boast about the best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? B&K Smokehouse on Main at Champion. I just wanna boast about the best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? Lip smacking ribs and slamming chicken. I just wanna boast about the best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? B&K Smokehouse and Main at Champion.
My name is John Dooley, and this is A Touch of Beauty Salon, Barber, and Spa. We're located at 844 East Main Street between 17th and 18th Street, and we've been here for over a year. Just as our name suggests, we provide a full range of services for salon, barber, and spa. Our hairstylists offer the very best in relaxers, perms, hair additions, haircuts, updos, and styling packages for events. Our barbers provide razor cuts and full-service haircuts. And our salon provides a premier assortment of services in professional manicures, pedicures, facials, waxing, and body wraps. We're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sundays by appointment. We love walk-ins, and we offer specials daily. You can visit us at atouchofbeautyhair.com.
From your favorite corner cafe to the family-run bookstore down the street, small businesses bring life, creativity, and connections to our communities. But what does it take to run one? And why are they so important? A small business is any independently owned company with a limited number of employees, usually fewer than 500, but many have just a handful of dedicated staff. Those are your local coffee shops, where the owner works the counter alongside their team. Family-owned diners are where servers know your usual by heart.
You are modernizing comfort food here at Newfangled Kitchen.
Yes.
How did you land on meatloaf?
We wanted to think of some comfort foods from our childhood that we could put a modern twist on and bring up with the times. So meatloaf is one of those things that we thought of that we could really make a lot better.
Unlike massive corporations, small businesses operate on personal connections. They prioritize customer experience, then going the extra mile with tailored service and a friendly smile. because to them, every customer matters. Small businesses aren't just about making sales. They are about making connections. Walk into a local bakery and you're not just buying a pastry, you're supporting a neighbor's livelihood. These businesses are deeply rooted in their communities. They sponsor local events, partner with schools, and support local charities and causes. When you shop at a small business, your money stays local, circulating around the community. But keeping a small business afloat isn't easy. Many owners face rising rent costs, fluctuating supply prices, and competitions from big box stores and online services. Economic downturns and global events like the COVID-19 pandemic and inflation can hit a business hard, forcing many to make difficult cuts or even close their doors entirely. Unfortunately, thousands of small businesses close each year due to financial hardships, and with each closure, a piece of the local community is lost. Whether it's a charming mom-and-pop shop, a family-owned pizzeria, or the retro store that added character to the neighborhood. The good news, you can make a difference. Supporting small businesses doesn't always mean spending a lot of money. It could be as simple as shopping local, leaving positive reviews online, following and sharing their posts on social media, and attending local markets and events. These gestures go a long way in helping local businesses thrive. Small businesses give our neighborhoods the character, charm, and heart. These are the places where memories are made. So the next time you need a gift, a meal, or a service, think local. Your support doesn't just pay for a product. It keeps a dream alive.
Hi everyone, welcome back to CapTV. We have our guest here and she's going to talk about her business. So what's your name?
My name is Lynette Shy.
And what's your business?
It's called Confluence Art Solutions.
Okay, can you let us know what your business is about?
Sure. We are a marketing agency that works with arts and cultural organizations that have operating budgets under $4 million with like social media management, advertising, strategy, and all things marketing.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about your business and how it got started?
So I was a tap dancer growing up, so tapped my whole life. And I started a nonprofit performing arts group in 2003, and I ran that for 16 years. And I kept hitting this wall where there was nothing there from a marketing standpoint for someone with a small budget. Mm-hmm. If you're a large arts organization, there's lots of resources, but nothing for the small guys. And then I got a job at Ballet Met, and I worked at Ballet Met for 10 years, and they were a little bit bigger, so they had all these resources, and I realized, wouldn't it be lovely if there was a marketing agency that was for the smaller arts and cultural agency or arts and cultural organizations? So that's what I did. That's why I started it.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, what makes your business unique compared to other industries?
I actually haven't found anybody that's doing it for the smaller arts organizations.
So that makes you better.
Yeah, that makes us different already. But the other thing is there's a lot of marketing agencies, but they don't necessarily work with arts. There's a nuance, I guess, to selling tickets to performing arts events that if you're not living in that world, it's really hard to figure out. So I think that helps a lot, that we understand everybody that works with me, my whole team. We've all been in the arts for pretty much our whole lives. And so we've worked from the box office to the marketing department to development and fundraising. We've been on stage, behind the stage, and it really gives us an idea of what the organizations are dealing with when they don't have a whole lot of people, time, or money. And that is really different from some big company that has a huge budget to market things.
So would you say because you guys are smaller, it's harder compared to the bigger?
I think that I would say it's both, right? It's harder and easier. Easier because we're small, so we're nimble. So we get to just make decisions and run with it instead of going through a lot of red tape. Harder because when it's some major corporation that has millions of dollars in marketing, and I have 50 to work with to try and sell a show, or 1,000 to sell a show, that makes it a little bit harder, but you just get to be creative.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. What has been the most rewarding part of running your own business?
Getting to sleep in the mornings. I hate getting up early. I work in my pajamas a lot.
Oh, wow.
So I love that. I love my sweatpants. That's probably the most rewarding part. And then, of course, like, that's personal, but getting to help arts organizations is pretty amazing. And so I get free tickets to shows, and I get to go see stuff, and that's my thing. That's, what I've
So
always
you're
loved.
like the CEO, so you can do whatever you want. So can everybody else wear pajamas
Yeah.
to work?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so we
That's
all work
nice.
from home. I'm a firm believer in, like, if you want to be around people and work, by all means, go around people and work. But I'm a huge introvert, so I'd rather just work in my PJs in my office. And
That's nice.
Yeah,
I feel like some other bosses should learn a thing or two
yes,
from you.
yeah, I definitely believe that people should be able to work however they want.
Okay. So have there been any memorable moments or milestones that stand out to you so far in your business?
Ooh, moments. I think milestones, we took off kind of fast. So I didn't expect to we're not huge, like we're still a small business, but we have 5 employees. And so I think the first time I hired my first full-time person, that was a big moment for me. And when I got the largest contract I've ever had, that was a little bit like, okay, like this feels legit now, like I feel legit. So somewhat imposter syndrome too, but we're making it work. We're doing things.
Would you say like you're really scared, like I'm going to do this all by myself, like there's no one that's really doing something like this, I'm going to start it, like were you nervous?
No, it just kind of happened. So I wanted it to be this, thing in my mind, and then I started putting the pieces together, and then it just started lining up. Like all of a sudden people were calling me, hey, I heard you were doing this, can you help me? Hey, I heard you're doing this. And it just kind of snowballed into this business without a whole lot of work. That doesn't sound good, because I know starting a business is a lot of work, and I'm not going to say it's not. But I feel like when you're in the right place, then things kind of align for you. And I feel like that's what happened for this, for Confluence.
What are some of the biggest challenges you faced?
Working with small budgets. A lot of times when we go into arts organizations, the staff is so burnt out because they wear many, many hats. And so sometimes it's only 1 or 2 people running the entire organization. And so keeping people organized is a very big challenge for a lot of our organizations. But
So how do you guys tackle that?
So we just have like best practices for timing of different things, and then we use Asana. It's a task management calendar, and we put all of our clients on Asana, and they have their own calendar with every task, and we keep it organized that way. But yeah, it's a big one.
So what advice would you give someone that's like inspired to like have a small business but just like don't know where to start?
I say just do it. Just do it. And I know this is school, so I probably shouldn't say it, but like ChatGPT is such a great place to start brainstorming how to do things and start developing ideas. It's not that expensive to get started if you're doing something like what I did. It cost me the name. Like I had to name it, and then I built a website, and so I just kind of launched it, and it happened. So I think if you have a passion for something, I say just do it. Take the leap and see what happens. Yeah, that's my thought.
What would you say, like, to those that like are scared to like, because you're passionate about this, and there's people that kind of just like go to college or do something just for the money. Like, how do you do it with like waking up in the morning like I get to do something that I really love?
And not worry about the money? Well, I definitely picked a job where the money is not like it would be if I was in like a corporate job, because I'm working with nonprofit arts organizations. So I think for that, just in itself, there has to be passion involved in that. But I think that just money can't buy happiness, and I know that sounds really bad, because I'm right to a certain extent. I know you have to have a certain amount to live and all of that, so I say try and find the balance, but don't be scared to do it. Just
How do you overcome obstacles in like a day? Like say you have a whole bunch of stuff to do, how do you overcome that? And what is like something you do to like wind down from like a long day?
Well, I am a Post-it note junkie, and so if I am overwhelmed with tasks or things to do, my walls get covered in Post-it notes, and so that's how I organize my brain. And then at the end of the day, my husband watches like really boring stuff on TV. Sorry. So I read. While he watches like people playing pool. So yeah, that's usually what I do. Maybe some ice cream. You know. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be back.
This is a Capital University public service announcement. No Hall Sports. It saves lives. This is a Capital University public service announcement. Just remember, please flush.
Hi, I'm not Michael Jordan. I'm Nathan Holt. You may have seen me walking around campus cleaning up trash every morning. Capital University has given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about. Littering. Think about this. Many of you littering right now are under 20. Do you realize that at 20 you've only lived 1/4 of your life? Imagine how much trash you'll leave if you keep going like that. Listen, you've got at least 3/4 of your life to go, so don't blow it. Don't litter. If you're littering, stop it. Get some help. Capital wants to give the earth a chance, and so do I. Hi, I'm not Michael Jordan.
This is a Capital University public service announcement. Just remember, please flush.
My name is John Lambert, and the name of the company is Alpha Protection Systems. And so we are in the business of installing alarm systems, camera systems, and recently we began to do more computer repair and servicing. So we've been around for a number of years.
Hi, my name is Prophet, and I'm an apprentice at Alpha Protection. It wasn't like really a lot of options. I was just out of high school, and I was trying to figure out where to go to. So they got me into computers there, and then I figured out I really, really like this. So I should like start really studying more and getting into the computer field. So then I remembered that this man's shop was like literally right around from my house, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a local shop right here. So I started like going in, asking questions, seeing exactly how much I knew versus how much I needed to know. And eventually I was just like immersed not only by the shop, by the information, but by the fact that like it also had culture. Then I've just been coming back for more and more and more and more and more. It's been awesome.
Welcome to the Main Street Corridor. I'm Andre James, and I am the president of the Main Street Business Association. We're here to make Main Street a place for everyone to come and enjoy themselves. We have outstanding business owners who have created an even better community. In the past, the Main Street Business Association has helped establish the Coda Bus Station, our streetlights, and the 12th Precinct. There is so much history on Main Street, but what we are most excited for is the future. The corridor is becoming a prestigious street and a thriving business center in Columbus. I'm inviting you to join us as we grow.
Hello guys, we're back and I have some more questions for you. Okay, so tell us a story about one of your favorite experiences you've had.
Say there's a couple. My favorite all-time arts experience is different than maybe a work experience, so I'll talk about that first. So I said earlier I worked for Ballet Met, and we did this thing. It was back in 2018 called Dance on Dakota, and it was in Franklinton on a median in between houses, and brought out the ballet company and they put on a performance and we grilled hot dogs and we had drummers there, and the neighborhood came out and everybody kind of watched and it was just so low-key and fun. It was awesome. So it was probably my favorite arts experience ever. From a work experience, and that was work but not for Confluence, but my work experience was probably my team and I, we went to New York and we ran focus groups and surveys and got to talk to a lot of people at a farmer's market. And that was just really a fun experience. So not something that I would have done if I didn't own my own business and get to do something like that, but that was really fun. So, yeah.
Okay, what can college students do now to help them prepare for after school?
For
If they're maybe they're majoring in business.
Ooh.
What can they do to prepare themselves for the real world?
Start paying attention to how to budget. Start paying attention to things that are around you. I love to go to Polaris or Easton and just kind of walk around and see what trends are from an advertising standpoint, what you're seeing in all the stores, how they're merchandising things. Even though you think it might not apply to what you're doing, it's still information that you can consume. Pay attention to shoes. So I say that is one of the best places to find out what's happening in the business world. Low shoes. So Nike, Adidas, maybe a higher brand, and kind of see how everybody markets things and just observe and pay attention. I would do that now. In addition to all the classes on all the things business, budgeting is really important. Understanding marketing is really important. Understanding how all the different pieces of a business connect can make you way more successful than don't like something you just decide not to figure it out. I say take the time now when you can figure it out and it's not going to cost you money later. So that's my advice for a college student.
So did you go to college, and what college did you go to?
So I went to Ohio State. I actually didn't graduate college, so I went for a couple semesters, and then I started the nonprofit performing arts group, and I worked there for 16 years. So I had more of a learn as problems presented themselves to me. It was business, but it wasn't, I know, ironic, right? I was I hated it. I hated business. I was I want to do dance. So I went into that, and then ironically, I'm right back into business because I actually really loved it. I think that marketing, if I would have gone and started with the marketing part of business, I would have fallen in love right away, but because that's my favorite part.
So all the stuff they taught you in your business class, are you using it, or is it do you think some things they were wasting my time, I didn't need to know that?
Some of it, I think it's yes and no, right? It is hard sometimes in a school setting to apply real life. So I think it's great, you do stuff like this. This is a real life experience. So I don't want to say that in college, like the classes weren't important, because I think that they were.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes hard to apply it. So I am not a math person at all. So
Oh, me neither.
But without learning Excel and how to do that, then I would have a much harder time budgeting. So I still had to learn like the concepts of all of that.
So do you use Excel a lot, like day to day?
I do. Yeah, I do. I use Excel a lot. All the things, Word. I use ChatGPT a lot because, you know, the resources that are available. I use Canva a lot, Photoshop and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. What are your hours like in a day? Because you do say, like, I think you said you got to sleep in.
Sometimes I get to sleep in. I do. If you own your own business, you're going to work a lot. So I try like Mondays and Fridays that's when I work on the business instead of in the business. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are client days. So I do tons of Zoom meetings, back-to-back meetings. My team is all doing their own Zoom meetings, back-to-back meetings. Mondays and Fridays are reserved for budgeting, for invoicing, for doing our own marketing campaigns and sending our own emails out to people. And those days get long. So sometimes I work 12 or 14 hours. Other days I don't start until 10 and I'm like, I'm done working. I mentally am done for the day, so I'll be done at 3. So it kind of balances out. We do go to a lot of performances, so we work on nights and weekends sometimes. But I purposely don't schedule any meetings before 10 because I know, like, I'm not.
You're not going to wake up.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to. I might wake up, but I won't be with it. Yeah.
Are there opportunities in the field for internships, like if students are like probably looking for that so they have more experience?
Absolutely. So we have an intern that works with us on like our Discord server and getting emails ready and things like that. And then there's tons of internships. If you look at the larger arts marketing agencies, there's one in New York City called Capacity Interactive. They actually take their interns in and usually teach them, so they end up getting a job there and kind of moving up the ranks into like consultants and higher stuff like that. So there's a lot of interns that way, and then there's a lot of interns in arts organizations because arts organizations are usually way understaffed. Interns get real life work to use for their portfolio. So when I worked at Ballet Met, I had an intern come in. She was graphic design. I ended up hiring her from her internship full-time into her graphic design job. She worked there for 6 years, and then now I think she's like the head of marketing for some company down in Florida.
Cool.
So,
have you ever been to Florida?
I've been to Florida, to Orlando.
Oh, nice.
And Fort Lauderdale. I did a photo shoot and a video shoot there. We, when I was at Ballet Met, we actually won an Emmy. I don't know if people know that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
we
won.
Emmy. That's what's up.
Thank you. So we won several actually for a couple videos. One of them was called Becoming Violet. If you go on Ballet Met's site, I'm sure it's still there. And then the other one, I can't remember what it was called. I just spaced on it. But there was 2 different ones. And then we went to Florida and we did a shoot for a computer company with 2 of our dancers. And it was really cool. There was like lasers and stuff. So it was cool. So marketing's fun. There's a lot of really interesting things. We did a photo shoot at the Mansfield Reformatory. So that one was really cool too, where they filmed, what's that? They filmed The Shawshank Redemption there. So we did
Thank you so much for coming. Yeah. I enjoyed all your stories and your advice, and I hope you guys learned a lot. Thank you so much for watching CapTV. See you next week.